What's going on, guys? So in today's video, we'll be looking at how the NBA rigged the 2013 All-Defensive team for Marc Gasol of the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, as many of you remember, Marc Gasol was named the 2013 Defensive Player of the Year ahead of LeBron James of the Miami Heat and Serge Ibaka of the Oklahoma City Thunder. But what was most surprising about Marc Gasol winning the Defensive Player of the Year award was that he wasn't named to the NBA's All-Defensive First Team due to the fact that at that time, the media was in charge of voting for the Defensive Player of the Year, while NBA coaches were responsible for voting for the All-Defensive teams, which explains the inconsistency. However, a closer look at the All-Defensive team ballots reveals that Marc Gasol should have been left completely off of the All-Defensive First and Second Team altogether. Now, the first point to make about the All-Defensive teams is that the first team featured 6 players instead of 5, because Tyson Chandler of the New York Knicks and Joakim Noah of the Chicago Bulls coincidentally enough ended up in a tie by both finishing with 24 points. And while the logical solution to that problem would be to give Tyson Chandler the edge, given the fact that he received more All-Defensive First Team votes than Joakim Noah, the NBA instead chose to put both centers on the All-Defensive First Team, which in turn left the All-Defensive Second Team center slot open for Marc Gasol. But even that ended up being a mistake on the part of the NBA, because Larry Sanders of the Milwaukee Bucks finished with the third most points among centers, that being 16 to Marc Gasol's 12. Which means that Larry Sanders should have been the official All-Defensive Second Team center. But because having Marc Gasol be the Defensive Player of the Year without making any of the All-Defensive teams would have looked bad, the NBA covered it up by forcing him onto the All-Defensive Second Team and leaving Larry Sanders off of it to save face. Now, to ensure that they wouldn't be put in this situation again and to guarantee consistency going forward, the NBA the following season decided to give the All-Defensive voting duties to the media as opposed to the coaches. And while this solution has resulted in more consistency, it's also put some of these awards into question. And as for Marc Gasol, the question now becomes, was he truly the best defensive player that season, or was he just a very good piece of a great defense, which featured Mike Conley, who also made the All-Defensive Second Team, Tayshaun Prince, and Tony Allen, who received more than twice as many All-Defensive votes as Marc Gasol that season.
History made with the 2013 Kia NBA Defensive Player of the Year, the first ever from the Memphis Grizzlies, as well as the first European to win the award. Marc Gasol, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'd imagine being on a team that is so defensive oriented that this is something that you had to have figured somebody on your team would win at some point.
Well, you never know. You never know. It can be a goal. It can be a result, but it should never be a goal to win personal awards. And the team did a great job. And I just been lucky to be here today with you guys and being able to have this award. But of course, it's a lot of Tony Allen here with me. It's a lot of Mike Conley, Tayshaun. A lot of them, a lot of my teammates are here with me right now.
Well, going back to last year when Tony Allen was voted as one of the best perimeter defenders, do you feel like having those guys makes your job a lot easier? And what specifically, when you talk about strategy, makes your job easier to do when patrolling the paint?
What it does is really knowing them. Knowing them really does help, because I know what Tony likes to do. So I know Tony always likes to fight over screens. So I can anticipate what his offensive player is going to do, and I can feed off that. So just knowing my teammates and knowing each other, playing off each other, helping, talking, communicating, sacrificing all the good stuff that we always talk about, and that is so much needed for basketball.
Where do you see Larry Sanders finish third in the most improved voting today? Yeah, he has a.
And do you think that he deserved that type of recognition?
Yeah, he does. He had a terrific year, and even as an opponent, you like to see players get recognized on the defensive side of the floor because he has a tremendous effect when he's on the court and when he's off the court. Really, he can cover a lot of ground. He's only going to continue to get better as he gets more experience and he sees situations more and more. Right now, he's doing it off instincts, and he's as good as anybody in terms of reading when to come to help. Changing shots, blocking shots, you know he's there, so your offense has to be conscious of where he is at all times. But he's improved tremendously.